Hi, it's Penny Zenker answering your time management questions. So let's take a look at today. Today's question is, my team gossips a lot, and I feel that we're not half as productive as we could be. So that's a common issue in a lot of large organizations, and it could also be in smaller organizations, but I'll tell you why I've seen it more in large organizations. Is because when people are sitting around gossiping and they have lots to talk about and other people to talk about, the fact is they're not motivated. They're not tied in and connected to the purpose of what it is you're there to achieve. I mean, think about it. Think about small startup organizations. Everybody is shirt sleeves up. They're working all hours. They'll do whatever it takes, right? You don't hear somebody in a startup say, "That's not my job. I can't do that," right? You don't hear that because it's not, they're looking to accomplish that goal at whatever it takes. They're all vested into the purpose of the organization. The same thing took place after a tragedy like 9/11, is everyone pulled together and collaborated and did what it took. So that's the question that you want to ask yourself, is what can you do as a manager if you find this is going on in your team? What can you do to get them more connected and more involved? So one of the things that you could do is create a workshop and ask them to review your team mission and what you're working on, and really get them connected with that mission vision and set goals together. A lot of times when goals are set without employees and then they're handed down to them, they feel like they really, people support what they create. So they feel like they weren't part of creating it, so they're not as vested in it. So you could do that with a workshop, and you could look at other ways in terms of recognition and recognizing their contribution to the overall purpose of what you're there to achieve. So go on and find some creative ways, some additional creative ways that are going to help you get your team more connected to the purpose of why and what it is that they're doing. So go ahead and send me your questions because I'm loving this process. And please make your comments about if this was supportive for you. Love to hear from you, and I want to continue this series, but I need your questions to continue it because I love the interactivity of it. So, and I'm going to take this into my radio show as well in terms of making them a little bit more interactive and taking your calls into my radio shows on each of the topics. So stay tuned for that as well. See you next time.